Hi, Tony. This is Katie. So we just finished our show and we're back in a hotel room. And the Act 1 side's printed, but the Act 2 didn't. So Act 1 will be on paper. Act 2 we're going to do off a laptop. And this is my friend Shane, and he's going to read with me. All right, so here's Act 1.
So?
He says.
And where have you been, my Fraulein?
I answer him calmly, as there is no reason to lie. After you wrote you weren't coming, I took a cab for a ride because the weather was so nice. What's the matter, I say. So I leave him and give Lena my coat, sending her out for more cigarettes. Then I go back in because I have had enough. Amir, if you don't like me going for a ride, say so. When you write me that you're not coming, I'm not obliged to sit at home and mope. I tell him without the case, I'd be a sight going through it as often as 2 and 3 times a week.
You're quite right. We can't go on like this. I can't expect you to sit home alone 4 nights a week.
I think. So why do you make a face? And why do you come after you've sent word you're not coming? And why do you send word you're not coming when you are coming after all?
There was a time, Peppy,
He says.
when you were happy if I came unexpectedly. Of course, that's a thing of the past now.
And so on, saying he would send word less often, less frequently, he was not coming, but he assumes I don't mind too terribly much since you come to say goodbye.
Now what kind of talk is that?
Be glad I'm making it so easy for you. Another time you might not catch me in such a good mood.
Yes, of course, because you're glad about it yourself. You want to get rid of me. Well, it needn't have come to this.
He says.
But a man notices such things, and it's really no surprise if he begins longing for true love.
True love! I remain calm. You're quite right, I say, but I don't believe either of us is the guilty party. And I tell him I've always been very fond of him, and I hope he will take a creature half as fond of him as I have been, one who will make him truly happy. Do you know, Helene, at that moment I felt I really did like him very much. Such a parting is always something touching about it, even if one has been looking forward to it for a very long time.
And for my part, I shall remain your friend for life.
He says.
But because I am your friend,
I must be honest and say goodbye. So there's Act 1. And now we're going to resort to laptop reading. Okay, all right, here we go. Act 2.
I don't know, maybe it's just me, but there's something going on between us lately, and I'm not going to fall asleep until we talk about it.
So talk.
You notice it too, I know you have. Whenever we're alone, which is every moment we can be without feeling guilty about it, we end up discussing the same thing, love. What does love mean to you?
Would you have an affair?
How would you handle it? It's this summer's favorite game.
Beats Pictionary.
But why do we do it only when Lenny and Barb aren't around?
Oh, I don't know. Some things are better discussed in tubes.
Then why discuss it with me and not with Lenny?
Oh, you know how Lenny is. He hates those kinds of conversations, says they're silly.
But you enjoy them?
Yes.
So do I. Yet I find it a little odd. 2 people who claim to be the best of friends, strictly platonic friends, and yet their favorite topic is making love.
Oh, not at all. So what if we're best friends? You're still a man, I'm still a woman, we're flirting.
Why? What's the point if we know it will lead nowhere?
Why not? We both know our marriages are secure, so what's the harm? It's innocent fun, safe sex.
I guess. Or maybe flirting is our way of sending signals. Maybe one or both of us is really boasting about what terrific marriages we had. Maybe all our celebrated marital bliss is really a crock.
I can't speak for you, Sam, but I'm very happy.
I don't believe that. Not with...
Sam, we are getting into areas where you ought to be very careful what you say.
I'm tired of being careful. Look, I'm not making some cheap joke at Lenny's expense, but I know what happens in a marriage.
And there's Act 2. So thank you, Tony, and I hope that was enough of what you needed, and let me know if you need more. Thanks, bye.